am gonna show you how to make your own doggy diapers. So I use a Parent Choice brand diaper for just regular babies. And we're gonna modify it to fit your dog. My dog is 7 pounds. She is a Chiweenie. So what you're gonna need is a diaper, some fabric tape. I use different brands, but you're gonna want the durable cloth. This brand is Next Care. And you're gonna need some good scissors. So what I start off doing is I just cut these sides here. This is gonna be so the inner part of their legs, so it doesn't rub up against them so much, because it could rub and start leaving rashes and red spots. So I just kind of cut that there, but I don't want to cut into the seam because that could prevent it from soaking up the leaks and stuff. But I do, for a little bit of extra stretch, I just put a small slit right there. Just a small slit right there. And then I do the same thing to the other side. Just a small little slit. And then I try to cut along the tape mark here. And then if you see here, there's like that thick band. I just cut on the other side of that. And then just kind of curve it in, and I make the round part just before it gets to, just before it gets to that seam here. So you can kind of see that's where all the powder, all the absorbent parts start. So just want to kind of make that rounded. There we go. Okay, and that part you'll just throw away. Okay, now these generally come folded kind of like this, and they have a crease here, so that kind of helps. I go just a little bit below that crease, and the top of my hole is probably going to be about an inch or so below this Velcro line. So I'm going to take my scissors and just cut a small slit. You want to make sure it's going through on both sides. Small slit on that side of the line, and then a small slit over here. This is going to be for your tail. Now, if your dog has problems pooping inside the house, you're going to want to make a little bit longer of a line here so that they have room for the poop to come out, unless you want it to actually like capture the poop, but that's a whole other issue, and you have to clean your dog, and involves baths and stuff. It's just easier to clean it up off the floor. That happens to us in the winter when there's snow on the ground. Chloe won't go outside. So, okay, so there's about an inch here from the top. And we're gonna cut down just a little bit. You don't wanna go too far, otherwise it won't, otherwise when they go pee, they could go through the hole instead of in the diaper. So you don't want the hole very big. This is about big enough for her to, if she has to go number 2, it'll come through. Okay, so what I have learned is you want to close this up, because there's all this powder here, and when it gets wet, it turns to gel. That is toxic for your dog. whenever Chloe would clean herself, before I learned that you have to, I'm gonna focus here, before I learned that you have to cover that up, she had massive diarrhea. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm just ripping off a couple parts for the top and the bottom, just itty bitty. You don't want them very big at all. So we're going to cover up that there. And again, I use fabric tape. It's easier for them to move. I just assume that it's more comfortable. I've used paper tape and it seems like I had more leaks that way. So with this, if you get the fabric like in here, it'll help absorb it. Whereas if you get tape, like plastic or paper tape, it'll actually just drip off of it, and that could end up leaking outside your hole here. Okay, now I'm going to tape up the sides, get a little bit longer of a piece. This stuff's really easy to just rip off. I've done this so many times that I pretty much know the size, like the length. So you just want to tape that up. Make sure there's no spots where that powder can leak out of. And that is your diaper. And then I got these off of wish.com. You can probably get them off of some other things, but I think they were probably $4 or $5 each. There's just cute little different patterns on them, and those just go over the diaper and then you tie it up. And these are a size medium. I guess whenever you order off those sites coming from like China and different places like that, they come really small. So this is a size medium for, again, my dog is 7 pounds. So these are pretty tiny. You will take your diaper and the image part facing up. That part will go on the back. Just slide the tail through. And this part, just slide underneath. It's gonna be like putting a diaper on a baby. And just pull not too tight, but a little snug. And there you have the diaper. And then I put panties over them so that the diaper doesn't slide off, or so the dog can't chew it off. So just tie it, not too tight, just a little snug. You want to make sure that you can still get those 2 fingers in there, well, like a collar. And then she's all ready to go. Say thank you for watching.